Oh my gosh, what an honor that was. I never expected it. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know probably a couple of weeks ago, Jim was down in North Carolina and Amy's sent me up a video, and he had said some very nice things about me, and I really appreciate that. You know, I was just kind of thinking today a little bit about myself and Amy, and maybe the piece of cloth that we're cut out of together. And you know, it took me a long time to realize that the corporate landscape is extremely competitive, and to be able to keep up, you have to change. And it took me many, many years before I changed the things that I did, and I changed my approach. I work for the Yingling Brewing Company, and they saw quite a bit in me that they wanted to actually help me along those lines, and they hired me a coach. And the coach was talking to me about all of this, and he said, "Do you have any idea what the 212 concept is?" I said, "I don't have a clue." He said, "I want you to go online, and I want you to get a book, and I want you to read it, and it's going to change your life forever." And you know, I did that. I bought into that 212 concept. My life started to turn around. I really became high-powered in the industry and highly recognized in the industry, and wouldn't take a back seat to any of the giants. And as I look at Amy, you know, I remember when she was little. I'm going to get back to that when she was little. But I think most of you know I'm a recovering alcoholic. I'm sober 29 years. That was my choice to reveal to you. And I was 90 days sober, and in Alcoholics Anonymous they give you a medallion. And they tell you if you're going to pick up a drink, you know, swallow this medallion. So I went to a meeting that night with my family, and they gave me this 90-day chip. Well, anyway, I leave, and a couple weeks later, I'm looking for my chip. I can't find it. And I was so upset because I thought that perhaps I'd pick up a drink if I couldn't swallow that. I thought there was really something about swallowing that medallion, you know, so I really panicked. Well, Amy and her mother decide that afternoon that they're going to go to the store. And Joanne takes Amy into a record shop, and they're looking for some records, and Amy came home, and she had this big smile on her face, and she came running to me, "Dad," she said, "I found your 90-day medallion." And it was one of those little yellow inserts that you put inside a 45 record. And I'm telling you, it worked. It worked. I carried that thing around. It broke in 1,000 pieces until I got my next medallion, but you know, she was very instrumental in keeping me sober that first year. And it was 5 years later, and I remember the kids used to wear these pull-up pajamas. She had these pink pajamas on that zip up the middle, you know, and it comes up here. And God, just holding the little one, it's so cozy and nice. And we were sitting in the rocking chair, and I was reading her a book. And as I'm reading the book, she just looks right up at me in the face and says, "Daddy, yes, Amy, I love you when you're not drunk." And that stuck with me for a long, long time, because you don't know really the impact that you're causing to the family when you're drunk. And so I had some very, very special times, but I knew very young that she was going to drive. I always felt that Amy, and even when I'm out in the trade today, I describe Amy and I describe Eric and their personalities, and they're very different. And Amy is one that will she'll bulldoze down a mountain, you know, no matter how high it is or how steep it is, to get the results that she wants to achieve that are in the best interest of the people and her company. I know even when, you know, in high school, they take these AP courses. You know, she would strive to be the best and number one in her class. And at nighttime, I go up to give the kids a kiss goodnight, and you know, many nights the book was just laying across Amy's chest and she's just sleeping. It's like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, up studying. But she is really a remarkable gal. The care and love and the balance with the busy schedule and the company that she works for, I am so grateful for, because I'm sick. I'm sick and I'm not going to be around that much longer. She'll fly home for a day, drive home for a day, just to be with me and to rub my feet and just comfort me. And it's just absolutely incredible. It makes me feel so warm. So thank you, Jim, and 60 Plus for allowing my daughter to check in on me and make these closing months that I do have left very special, and they're special beyond belief. That goes back to the 212, and you know, I don't know, I've adopted this principle and it's changed my life. It's made me better, it's made me stronger in a lot of areas besides work. But I'm very, very competitive in nature. You know, I'm kind of like Amy, who'll drive through that building and get to the results that I feel, or when I do it in the best interest of the company. And her and I are very similar in that nature. And it got me to, I ended up with the company. I was number 3 in the, what do you call it, org chart with the company from starting at the bottom, and I really made quite a name for myself. But the 212 principle is simply like this. You know, water is hot at 211 degrees. At 212, it boils. And when it boils, it produces steam. Enough steam to power a locomotive engine. 1 extra degree. If you apply that 1 extra degree of principle, of the 212 principle, into your life, into your job, all right, you are going to separate yourself from the competition. Now, as I can see 60 Plus and Jim and starting and Amy, the team he's built, that you guys have that in you. See, right now, tonight, your competition is sleeping. Now, for the next 6 months, while they're sleeping and not getting anything accomplished, you guys are out there gaining ground. That's that extra degree. So I compliment you on that. But take a look at that and realize that even in your relationship, you know, if you really measure it and measure it right down, if you put that little extra even into your relationship, how much greater that can become. So I'm very proud and honored to have received this special award tonight. I didn't expect it. I'm proud to be here. Thank you so much for coming to the hometown where a lot of us grew up that are here tonight. This is Frogtown. And it's funny, I don't know why this is called Frogtown Inn, because Frogtown is actually up on Spruce Mountain Road. All right, so I'm not sure. Prairie and I are we're going to the township building. We're gonna find out what's going on here, but we'll figure it out. And on behalf of me and my life, I wanted to present to Amy, Jim, and you folks at 60 Plus a little plaque, 212. It's a plaque that's 212, and it says, at 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, it boils. And with boiling water comes steam, and steam can power a locomotive. The only one extra degree makes all the difference. So my best to you on all your journey to everything you're doing. Thank you. Okay.